Hey, wanna go to Sambo for some beef bowls? What? Bowls? Bowls? Nah, too much trouble. Aren't you hungry though? Yeah, but... you're such a bum. What is doing on the computer anyway? I'm curious, so I casually peek over his shoulder. There's an image of futuristic looking facility I've never seen before. Richly colored, core crawl through a gigantic octagonal tunnel like the interior of a spaceship from a sci-fi movie. Based on the height of the people in the picture, the tunnel looks to be more than 10 meters tall. Incidentally, the people don't look Japanese. Ha, that sighs hurtedly. I don't know if the blank look in his eyes is from sleepiness, exhaustion, or if something just wrong with him. The large hadron collider sure is cute. What? What did you just say? Large hadron collider? Is that an incantation? No, a secret technique? Large Hadron Collider. You don't know about it? I grabbed Daro's relaxed shoulders and rigged them out. Ow! What are you doing? Are you conscious? Of course, man. What is this Large Hadron Collider thing? You know, it's the SERN uses to do their experiment. LHT for short. It's seriously moe recommended. You're lusting for something that's not even humanoid? Of course not. But there's something about it that gets me excited, you know? It makes me smile, you know? Don't you feel that? Come to think of it, I remember you said that you found factories and the underside of highways irresistibly or something. Irresistible. Yeah, same thing. Where does it end? 2D, 3D, and even inanimate objects. Life's too short. I don't want to limit my interests, you know? And yet, you'll do anything to avoid things that don't interest you. Hypocrite! SERN. That name. I've seen it somewhere and recently. Where was it again? Oh, of course! John Titor! Oh yeah, that guy you mentioned earlier. He's the guy at channel going crazy about, isn't he? That's what might be an imposter. I was talking about the John Titor who appeared 10 years ago. He appeared 10 years ago? The same guy? I had hoped that Daru would remember, but no such luck. Anyway, John Titor mentioned CERN. I don't remember all of it, but there's one thing I'm sure of. Titor made a prediction, namely that before the year 2034, CERN will develop a time machine. A time machine? That's a timely topic. But that wasn't just 10 years ago. This new Titor said the same thing. It doesn't matter if it was 10 years ago or 10 seconds ago. That's not the point, Daru. This coincidence could very well be the coincidence of Steins Gate. Can we trust this Titor guy? It doesn't matter if we trust him or not. Now we have something in common. A time machine. We should investigate CERN. We've got nothing to lose. Vigor returns to my body. Curiosity truly is the greatest delicacy for a mad scientist like me. Anyway, the fun way names are to change. Experiment has hit a dead end for now, so it shouldn't matter if I make a little detour for this. Tell me everything you know about CERN. Sure thing. My CERN folder is smoking hot. Daru strikes his keys with renewed passion. He goes to the My Picture folder and opens a folder literally called CERN. CERN is the world's largest particle physics research institution. Its popularity called the European Laboratory for Particle Physics or the European Organization for Nuclear Research. It's close to the border of Switzerland and France, on the outskirts of the Genova. It's famous as the birthplace of HTML, HTTP, and the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web? You mean the internet? Bingo! That thing at the beginning of most URLs. CERN invented that? All I know about CERN is what I read Titter's book. I never knew they were that amazing. Most people aren't aware, but there's a Japanese research team working at CERN too. What sort of research does CERN do? Particle physics, mostly. CERN can do experiments no one else can, because they have the biggest particle accelerators in the world. The low-energy antiproton ring, the proton synchrotron booster, the large electron positron collider, and the big boss is the largest accelerator in the world. The LHC, Large Hadron Collider 10. 10? Ortega possesses the ability to anthropomorphize in more form just about anything in the world simply by sticking 10 on the end of its name. There's power encompass even particle accelerators. Daryl doesn't seem to notice my shock. He just brings up the next image. The LHC is a 27-kilometer long circular tunnel built underneath CERN's headquarters. Its purpose is to smash protons together in the hope of creating unknown elementary particles reaction. They started experimenting last year. Before they started, there were rumors that the experiments might create mini black holes. Oh no, those mini black holes will swallow the Earth. The universe is in danger, etc. Mini black holes. I'm pretty sure Titter said his time machine used mini black holes. Are the things he said about CERN true? What's the possibility of that actually happening? 100% that is won't. CERN officially denies it. Let's say a mini black hole was formed. The amount of the energy would be so tiny that it would disappear instantly upon formation. It would be impossible for it to swallow the world. But where there's smoke, there's fire. If I remember correctly, Titter claimed that CERN began time machine research in 2001. In 2034, they complete the time machine. Right now it's 2010. If they actually started that research, it would have been 9 years ago. According to their official announcements, they only began experimenting in 2008. That's suspicious. Of course, that's assuming Titter's story is true. Some of Titter's predictions were on the mark, but most weren't. I'm also perplexed by how everyone around me seems to have forgotten about Titter's 2000 appearances. There's something important in Titter's tale, or at least I want there to be. I take out my phone and put it into my ear. It's me. Don't be surprised. I've sniffed out an evil conspiracy. John Titor, CERN. You see where I'm going with this? Yeah, that's right. They're likely connected to the organization. Coincidence? Come now. Don't disappoint me. What? Evidence? Well, if you must know, whispers. Whispers of my mad scientist intuition. Those bastards are trying to destroy the world. Yeah, with mini black holes. But what if we were to steal that technology? What then? Huh. Of course. Who do you think I am? Everything is the choice of Steins Gate. Sai Kanguru. I put away my phone, then turned to find Darius giving me an exasperated look. Just who the hell are you fighting with? Daru, I know what we must do. What's that? Don't you what's at me? You're supposed to grin like you know exactly what I'm talking about. What kind of super hecka are you? I wanted him to say something like, well, why the hell not? So, what's in it for me? And then we continued like this, grinding slightly the whole time. Me, a week's worth of potato chips. Daru, 10 days. You sure are a glutton. The dive makes you a hungry man. Deal, get started. You got it, boss. Or something like that. Yup, a real cool conversation. But the real world Daru just purposes his lips. You always give such half-baked explanations. Try to sound intelligible before you try to sound intelligent. Work with me here. You're a super haka. Stop saying haka. At least say hacker. See where I'm going with this? Not at all. Hack into SERN! Daru stares at me in his disbelief. Is that some kind of joke? I know you can do it, Daru. Expose their dastardly deeds and find any hints you can about the time machine. Dastardly deeds? You just imagine that stuff, Okarin. We stand at a crossroad. Will the phone wavenames as a change become a functional time machine, or will it die as garbage in lab storage? You serious? You serious? I'm always serious. I looked Daru straight in the eyes as I answer. Looks like that made him understand my position. Daru sweeps the garbage off his desk and sits up straight. I'm not responsible for the consequences. Got it? Suddenly Daru is bursting with energy. It's like his earlier lethargy was a lie. Deal! Get started. Let's do this! For your payment, I will deposit a week's supply of potato chips into your Swiss bank account. Daru doesn't respond. He's already deep in concentration. Anyway, I'm gonna sleep. It's all yours. I lie down on the sofa and let the clicking of Daru's keyboard lulls me to sleep. I wake up to the twilight sun streaming in through the window. A refreshing breeze blows in, softly brushing my cheek. Daru's exactly where I left him before I fell asleep. He's sitting in exactly the same position. Not much has changed beside his typing speed. Oh, and now he's murmuring to himself. I guess he hasn't had any success at hacking yet. Let's look at the new mail. Mayuri, I just heard that from Okarin makes me happy. Forest. Kyoma, when operating in the mundane world, you're supposed to be this secret, nya? You don't want them to notice you. Remember, the summoning has 2,000 years to prepare. If it fails, everything will be ruined. Although, I suppose that might make things interesting. Nyahaha! Reply. I keep a part of the mundane world? Nonsense. This town has belonged to chaos of centuries, as it shall forevermore. Mail sent. I looked around the room, but I can't find Mayuri. Mayuri, she's not coming today. I guess food-related grudges really do run deep. I stand up and stretch. I don't want to bother Daru, so I don't say anything to him. I take a cold Dr. P out of the fridge and quench my thirst. Then I throw myself back down onto the sofa and start browsing Ed channel on my phone. And what perfect timing! The Titter is currently posting in the thread. The Everett Wheeler model is correct. Please look it up for to learn more. It seems you are all still clinging to preconceived notion of time. Time does not simply run from past to future like a car on a one-way street. To be more specific, the law of causality do not allow contradicts to occur. If the result of an event, the effect, is changed, the event itself, the cause, also changes to prevent paradox. That's why there are so few people who can observe changes in divergence. Divergence being the world's percent difference from the standard. Ditro, you claim to be a time traveler without any proof. Stock trend, please. I'm counting on you, Mr. Time Traveler. If you can't observe changes in divergence, then how can you possibly measure it? Oh, I know! Your time machine has a magical device that measures it for you. La 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 la. Oh, and you still haven't explained how a research intuition conquers the world. Details, Pollux. Oh my! Humanity is doomed! What has science done? JPEG. LOL news! Responding to a serious or troll thread. This Twitter guy is a shit troll. Don't you people have anything to offer besides insults? How about contributing to the discussion? Plebeian scum. If you assume that time doesn't flow in straight line, then the idea of time travel is much easier to swallow. In such scenario, time machine traveling to the past doesn't need to fight against the flow of time. I say Teeter's point have merit. By the way, Teeter, I would like to know more about CERN. What can you tell us about their current activities? Tell me which horse wins the next Emperor's Cup. Gotta drink some cup of water here. Everett Wheel's model, many worlds interpretation. Basically, that means parallel worlds. What's with all stupid name tags? This whole Kyoma is more annoying than Titter. You call yourself John Titter, but you are fluent in Japanese. Writing in English would at least make it seem more realistic. You can't do English, can you? I asked you a favor, Titter-san. My mom died last year in the Shibuya earthquake. If I stop my mom from leaving home, then I can undo her death. So please, lend me your time machine. You're gonna believe this time traveler? Rawr. Without a proof? Are you an idiot? Oh, come on. No one seems particularly interested in what I say about time not floating in a single direction. That's a proof that your preconceptions are deeply ingrained. Honestly, it bothers me that you simply accept that as the truth. I'm starting to understand why CERN was able to take over so easily. Whenever a major event occurs, divergence to change, the time machine is reconstructed to prevent paradoxes from occurring. For example, let's say that a major event causes this world line to divergence into a new world line called world line B. On onward B, I'm afraid to say at channel never existed. As the timeline is reconstructed, all of you memories of reading and posting on at channel would disappear, to be replaced by memories of you doing something else. In other words, by changing present, you change the past. I wrote about CERN yesterday. The only thing I can say is that you must not believe their lies. They have already succeeded at creating micro black holes. I desire only a quench my intellectual thirst. Unlike you close-minded fools, I will reserve judgment until I've heard what Titter has to say. And then I will make contract with Titter and acquire his time machine for myself. The great made science Hoenn Kyoma will have the last laugh. Suck it, Slezbag. Tell me stock price or fucking die. I won't believe until you tell me. That's not reconstructing the world, you idiot. That's the alternating people's memory. Who the hell altered the memory of nearly 6.7 billion people? Do you even realize how stupid that sounds? I think I would have noticed if someone went and screwed with my brain. And what does any of that have to do with the many worlds interpretation? Do some research, lol. Micro black holes, lol 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 lol. Wait, the future... What the heck? Future is a wasteland? That means I can be a road warrior and ride a mod buggy, right? I'm go get me a mohawk. Anyone know where I can buy spiked shoulder pads? I checked CERN's homepage. It says they've been experimenting since 2009. Can they really make black holes? What the hell's gonna happen? Does Titter have mohawk? God, that's fucking moe! Are you implying our brain make the world? Or are you saying universe is a giant tree and we are the branches or something? That's some EVA level bullshit right here. Go back to 2036! Is this how you people... How you reply to a specific person? Thank you for showing me. Reconstruction of the timeline and alternation of people memories. I think they're essentially the same thing. Why are you so intent on saying they're different? With a few exceptions, nobody can keep their memories across world line. They are reconstructed along with everything else when divergence changes. What's a road warrior? Anyone home? Well, I'm gonna stop the episode here. I hope you guys like the episode. Hold on, I'm gonna take out my book and then see what episode this is gonna be. Drum roll, please. Dun, 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 dun. Which is 9 and 10. So I will divide this whole recording session into two because it has been too long. Into two parts, so it'll be episode 9 and 10. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode 9 and 10. If you do, please join the Kate Army and we'll make our own rapture one day with the time machine. No, not really. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.